If you notice today's title of the show, you may not have noticed, is You Are What You Eat. You are what you eat. Which for some of you means a steak and cheese and a large order of fries. Bam! Bam! And some of y'all it means an Impossible Burger, some quiche. We're going to keep it, let's just keep it okay? Bad. This is a serious, let's get serious with the politics real quick. Let's get serious with the politics. You are what you eat. The reason why I came up with that title as the show's title, the reason why I chose it is because of this. Because everyone's going out to AOC. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. You are. That is you. You are that thing that you are. You are it. Now, if anyone's unaware what happened, Ocasio-Cortez apologizes for a president vote on the Iron Dome funding. So this is $1 billion project out of for Israel, and $1 billion of new funding for Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system. So that's it, okay? That's what the project is. Now, she broke from the squad because the squad, well, let me read this. Let's get through this article. At least we'll be on the same page. Now, this article is from the New York Times. And this is the part where she apologizes. Okay? So that's the title of the article. Ocasio-Cortez apologizes for her vote. Okay, AOC, high-profile progressive in the House, apologized on Friday to her constituents for an abrupt decision to pull back her vote against providing $1 billion in new funding for Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system, suggesting she had done so after being subjected to hateful targeting for opposing it. Yes. Okay. I saw this thing on Twitter. And it was kind of wordy. I didn't really get exactly what. It wasn't like, hey, I'm sorry, and I was targeted, that's why I did it. It wasn't like that. Reading this New York Times article, you would think it was that cut and dry, like she said, hey guys, I voted for the shit I didn't really want to, but they made me do it. They twisted my arm. They all came at me. They came at me, dog. They came at me. I said, come at me, dog. And they all came at me, and I wasn't ready. That's not what you would get from it, okay? But that's what they're saying I should have got from it, apparently. She was one of two members who voted present of the squad. As a measure to help Israel replace missile interceptors, overwhelmingly passed the House on Thursday on a vote of 420 to 9. I don't know. I just thought somebody had I don't know what that was. What was that? Is that an exercise in futility I'm seeing here, guys? Is this a Jesus Christ? 420 to 9? Well, it's principles. It's the principles of the matter, Tim Black. We know if she would have voted no, it wouldn't have changed shit, but we wanted her to vote no. Damn it, that's what we sent her there to do, is vote no on stuff we can't actually vote on. And like those in her district, that's what they sent her there to do. She was seen weeping on the House floor after she switched her vote from no to present. We're going to come back to these two things. They're going to be very important. Then they talk about the divide in the Congress and all this shit between, So Democrat, okay, so the episode captured the bitter divide among Democrats. The bitter divide among Democrats over Israel, which has pit a small but vocal group of progressives who have called for an end to conditions-free aid to the country against the vast majority of the party, which maintains that the U.S. must not waver in its backing of Israel's right to defend itself. In a lengthy letter Friday, Ocasio told her constituents that she opposed the funding, citing persistent human rights abuses against the Palestinian people, and had pleaded with the top Democrats to delay the vote. The reckless decision by House leadership to rush this controversial vote within a matter of hours, without true consideration, created a tinderbox of vitriol, disingenuous framing, deeply racist accusations and depictions. After the vote, Ocasio drew condemnations on social media, both from supporters of Israel, who savaged her for failing to support the funding, sort of like those who came out after Nina Turner when she made comments similar, and from progressives and pro-Palestinian activists who expressed outrage that ultimately she did not register her opposition to the vote. Oh, here she goes. She just says it. She says, "To those I've disappointed, I'm deeply sorry," she wrote to residents of New York's 14th Congressional District, the people that voted her in office, which includes parts of the Bronx and Queens. "To those who believe this reasoning is insufficient or cowardice, I understand." An issue was the House effort to provide additional funding for Israel's Iron Dome system, which used during heavy fighting between Israel and Hamas in May. The debate on the House floor grew bitter Thursday as some progressives were opposed, called Israel an apartheid state, an accusation that at least one proponent of the bill called anti-Semitic. Ultimately, only 8 Democrats as well as 1 Republican, Thomas Massie of Kentucky, opposed the measure. "Yes, I wept," Ms. Ocasio-Cortez told her constituents on Friday. I wept at the complete lack of care for human beings that are impacted by these decisions. I wept at an institution choosing a path of maximum volatility and minimum consideration for its own political convenience. Okay. She said she personally appealed to Mr. Hoyer to delay the vote. Even the night before, as it became clear that the discourse around this issue was quickly devolving from substance to hateful targeting, I personally had a call with House Majority Leader to request a 24-hour stay of the vote so that we could do the work necessary to bring down the temperature, volatility, and explain our positions and engage our communities. That request was summarily dismissed. A spokesman for Mr. Hoyer said his office does not comment on private member conversations. Wow. Okay. So, here we are. Guys. Here we are. This is it. Hey, Americans, descendants of slaves, black people out here in America, all you people who are watching this show tonight, and all of my vanilla brothers and sisters, and all my other people who don't fall in those categories, and we're very proud of who you are, and very proud indeed, and are tuning in anyway because you like the show. Can I say this, man? Can I say this? Am I ever going to have you be as upset as AOC, as upset as you are at AOC? Will you ever be that way about us not getting the fuck what we deserve in this country? Ever. Ever. Would you ever even consider having the least amount of vitriol that you have for AOC and a 420-9 vote that we know is, as you call it, performative? I gotta hear these progressives always say this shit. Everything's performative. This is performative. Everything's performative. Anything done in front of people is performative. But obviously, this was performative because 420-9. So, is it possible? Do you even understand what the hell we are riding for? Do you understand it all? Like, you look at what's going on in Palestine, that shit has gone on in America to us. They bombed our shit. They bombed Tulsa and Rosewood and several other places, and we got nothing. Do you understand that? And we built this place for free. And we're asking you to ride with us, but you won't. These progressives won't ride for us. In fact, you'll ostracize any one of us with the guts to even put it in your face so you can't ignore it. But you're totally ride for this shit. This right here, oh my God, you ready to go berserk and jump out of windows. I see people tweeting shit like, I always knew she was a sellout. She's a horrible human being. She's despicable coward. Even she's like, you're right, I'm a despicable coward. And she's beating herself with a whip. I'm really horrible. If you think I'm a coward and I'm a horrible person, I understand. I have no backbone. Beat me, please, beat me. I deserve it, the ridicule. Shame, 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 shame. None of these motherfuckers will ride for reparations or a black agenda, though. And there is no crowd of angry progressives doing shit. Now do you get it? Now do you, the same way you feel about the Iron Dome, I feel about black people's homes in America. And I can't get y'all motherfuckers to be even upset enough to stop watching commentators that prop up Nazis. I can't get you to stop propping up people that equivocate for Nazis, that downplay black people's issues and lie or placate limousine liberals at the expense of black people, who do a bunch of fucking word salad instead of calling shit straight, who do their best, who use every bit of their smarts, their learning abilities to run a word salad campaign and to undermine the movement for black reparations in this country. Are you even in the ballpark of understanding what the hell I'm talking about? Do you understand? I'm trying to make it simple for you. The way you feel, how you feel betrayed, that AOC and the squad don't ride for you enough, I feel that times 100 for all those progressives who won't ride for black issues. But these are the same people that go, why they vote for Biden? Because you won't ride for them. Why they do this? Because you won't ride for us. Why they listen to Clyburn? Because you won't ride for them. Why do they come out for Medicare for all? Because you won't ride for them. That's why. The same exact shit, the horrible shit that has been done to Palestinian brothers, and I support not funding anyone who's dropping bombs on anyone. Okay, I support across the board. I'm not even going to get into the politics of this because I'm so entrenched in the politics of America and what's happening to black folks across America, I don't have a lot of bandwidth left. I can't get you motherfuckers to care about us dying here, let alone people dying over there. I can't get you to give a damn about why our children are living under the poverty line. I can't get you to give a damn about why they rush us from they call it the school to prison pipeline. I can't get you to give a fuck about that. I can't get you to care about fixing our problems in this country without putting white people's problems first. But you have no problem putting Palestinian problems before yourself. But are you? Or is that really what you're doing? I don't know what you're doing. But I know you are what you eat. And I know that a lot of you who got all this talk for this squad are upset because you feel betrayed. I get that. What I don't get are black people are so upset about it because the whole progressive movement has betrayed your ass. And you're going to get up and yell about AOC and the squad? What the fuck are you yelling about? They done betrayed you 10 times over. You up here yelling in unison with people that have betrayed you. Then she sucks, she's horrible, she's betrayed me. They're like, yeah. And then, without thinking, but they betrayed you too. Because when we talk about reparations, we talk about repairing black communities, we talk about what's happening to us, everyone goes silent. We get a bunch of token bullshit. You are what you eat. They don't like that. They feel that Ocasio-Cortez came in thinking she's going to do all these great things. Saying, being like a champion, she had the veneer of someone who was going to fight for them, and was going to go to the wall for them, and was going to leave it all on the table, and if not, primary her out, because she's going to go down fighting and swinging. Yeah, that's sort of like what progressives told me they were going to do. You are what you eat. You the same thing. You exactly the same thing. When you look at Ocasio-Cortez, all you fake progressives, I see you. All the criticisms that you have for AOC, I see it in all of you. All you fake progressives, you limousine liberals, you out of touch, anti-black by default. Because if you ain't pro-black in the era where we are fucking nearing. Folks, we're nearing annihilation. By 2053, black people will have zero, will net out at zero as far as wealth. Right now, average black college graduate worth less than the average white high school dropout. Right now, that's the state of us. 10% of the wealth. We got 10% of white people. And y'all motherfuckers, these things we say, I rattled off these numbers, it don't mean anything. Because progressives will not get behind it. They want to lift all boats. Well, you know what? That's fine. The water is at 10 feet high. You're at 20 feet, 10 feet above sea level. I'm at 15 below. And you want to raise everybody 2 feet. Thanks, Johnson. I'm still drowning. Do you understand? Do you understand how this plays out? Do you understand how it looks? I got a real problem with black people that can't see this. You can't see this shit? You so wrapped up and so emotionally and connected to this bullshit? I mean, look, I understand. I do, man. Before I woke up and realized that all this fighting and shit, man, I'm getting all involved and excited about issues that ain't even my primary fucking issues. If I'm gonna be excited about something and get angry about something, the least I could do would be issues that are directly related to the struggle that my people are actually going through. We ain't never had Medicare for all. Ever. We ain't never, we ain't never had free college tuition. We're still just trying to get bank loans equivalent to bank loans that white people get. We're still trying to get called back to jobs. Do you understand? We ain't even at step one. We're not even at step one. You're talking about all these things that Sweden has and Denmark has. Motherfucker, black people are treated like third-class citizens in this country. Y'all keep pointing at LeBron and Kanye West and Oprah and shit. Point at Tim Black. Point at an average black person. Point at a blue-collar black person. So when I listen to AOC, this is not, and look, for some reason, this logical, reasonable take on this will be seen as championing for AOC. I don't fucking know her. It's just that she never came on my show, and I'm not mad because she didn't come back. But she doesn't fucking owe me anything. What makes her any different than the rest of these motherfuckers who voted for it? But see, that's crazy talk. I'm pissed at all of them. I'm pissed that I can't get HR 40 or a better HR 40, a new improved HR 40, because that shit was written 30 years ago. I'm pissed that we can't get that to the floor. Why aren't you pissed? Ally? Hey, Ally, why aren't you pissed? Because you rather spend your energy and your time upset with the ex-bartender that isn't quite fighting hard enough. That's it. Or you're trying to build your shit party. That's a whole nother group of people, y'all. I just never understood. Look, for the last 3 years, I've been having people in my ear tell me that AOC is the devil. And I'm looking at these motherfuckers and I'm like, if it's not somebody who's pissed off about certain things that were done during campaigns where they feel that they didn't get the fair shake. If it's not, it's a couple group of people, a certain group of people. It's people who were pissed off because things didn't go their way in the campaign, they blame her. We have beef with Justice Democrats. Yeah, I'm let's keep it 100. Why fuck I'm gonna not tell the truth for? What do I owe you? We're not really. I got your back. You got my back. Are you my friend? Are you my friend? No, you're not. That's inside talk, y'all. The point is this is like certain types of people that have been in my fucking ear for years over her. And for the life of me, I'm like, so she's a person who plays the camera because the camera likes her. And when you say the camera likes you, that's the people that see you on the camera like you. Who knew that was going to happen for her? Like, she couldn't know that. Like, she's not fucking psychic. It worked out for her. That happens with attractive women. They also don't get taken seriously. It's like a double sword. Attractive women get treated really, that happens. This is America. People see. People have eyeballs. Same thing happened with some men. Idris Elba don't have a hard time catching a cab, motherfucker. Bradley Cooper does all right in the bar. This is America. That's how it works. But to also, when it comes to women, they're also not really respected for their brains. They start talking and people just looking at them as a piece of meat. That's kind of what happens. And I understand your frustration, but I'm like, we got all these motherfucking dead weight bastards. Why is it just this person? Somebody tell me the checks that have been cut. I'm not talking about you average run-of-the-mill motherfuckers. I'm talking about generally speaking. Who's been paying them to go after AOC? So you can't tell, don't tell me there ain't a Republican think tank or some other benefactor paying influencers on the left or supposed left to go after her. You can't tell me that. Not in a party so shit, so covered in shit like the Democrats that all the focus is this bartender who we didn't even know who the fuck she was 3 years ago or 4 years ago. Get the hell, you can't tell me that. You can't convince me. All the vitriol and the anger and the seething, fuckers bleeding, blood coming out of their eyes, they're throwing shit, they're spitting, hyperventilating over this person who we didn't even know existed 4 years ago. And we got people like Nancy Pelosi, Feinstein, Steny Hoyer, that walking fossil, that anti-black horrible impediment to our equity and equality in this country, walking around, having a say. Chuck Schumer, do nothing, Chuck. We got a whole. I'm not even scratching deep. We got 200 dead weight motherfuckers have been there 20 years plus. Somebody tell me there ain't a bucket full of money out there on standby for people that go after AOC. Please, you can't be that delusional. Now, I say all that and I still say this. I don't like her reason. Who gives a fuck who pressures you? Tell them to kiss your ass. That's not an excuse. Stand for what you believe in. Now, if you tell me this is how you really feel, all right. Whatever, we got to live with that. People should live with that. But don't tell me you got pressure to do something. Motherfucker, I got pressure. I got bills. This vote ain't gonna change you living indoors, outdoors, and I go hard every time. So I don't wanna hear about your damn pressure from Nancy Pelosi or anyone else. That's fucking cop-out. I don't wanna hear that shit. So I don't like her response. Fuck being diplomatic. It's a horrible response. Well, I mean, pressured me and they were really mean to me. Then you need to quit, Johnson. Tell them to take their pressure and shove it up their asses as far as it'll go. Pull it out the other side. We don't got time for this. So that is legit. Don't get me wrong. That part's legit if you don't respect that. Okay? But for the love, what the hell? If you can't see a correlation with the immense amount, to me, the over-indexing of angry motherfuckers, but everything AOC does is overly under a microscope, overly indexed. It like goes off the Richter. And I'm like, what is it about this woman from the Bronx? From Queens? What is it? She ain't even the only squad member who didn't vote no. She's not even the only squad member who didn't vote no. You would think she was even there. She's not, but she's definitely not the only Democrat. What are you? I'm trying to understand why her? Again. Is she, is her level of corporate influence exceeding all the rest? I'm trying to, is there anybody who gets where I'm coming from with this? Is it something about her that's far that surpasses all other Democrats who sell us out? I'm trying to understand why her particularly. Why not 50 motherfuckers? 420 people voted for this. I'm also not hearing any praise for the 9 who didn't. Where's the praise for the 9 who didn't vote? The only article I see on this shit is about AOC voting present. She didn't even vote for it. Are we cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs up in this motherfucker? Are we cuckoo? What is wrong? What is wrong? Hey, man, she ain't riding on black issues. She had a horrible response to reparations for black Americans, so she kind of did to me on that note. Like, she would have to, like, retract all that. Hey, write an article apologizing for that shit. Talk about Latinos deserve reparations for what? For what's not doing what? Way to water down black people's struggle and try to act like, what is black anyway? What really is black? You know, in a country where everyone sleeps with everyone, and in a country where everyone likes Kanye West or LL Cool J albums, in a country that everyone eats fried chicken. Don't you eat fried chicken? In a country where Beyonce celebrated, what is black? Black is black. That's what this is black. Barack Obama's lips, black. What you mean, what the fuck is black? Still, you progressives don't act like that's your beef with her. That's a solid beef from a black person's perspective. In fact, if that's enough to say, throw it to the wolves. But the people that were in my ear, we're talking about that. None of the people that have been in my ear for the last 3 years about AOC, shitting on her, none of them said anything about that. And some of them were black. Nope. They all tied into white people problems. So now, you motherfuckers that won't ride for us on black issues, who didn't give a fuck when AOC shitted on us and clouded the conversation around reparations and intermingled it with POC shit, who weren't bothered at that at all, are now upset about a president vote and looking at black people like, are they gonna ride for us? Let's ride on her. Let's ride on her. And all I'm saying is why. That's all. And start recognizing there's some funny money at play. There's got to be some funny money at play. And don't tell me it's all about the fucking ethics. There's ethics that say that if you have people that'll work like animals for 400 years and then have another 100 years of Jim Crow and they don't really get the right to vote until 65 and that they're still discriminated against, and we got a million studies out the ass showing it, And you still won't compensate, help, make policies directly that impact them directly and them only because they're the ones in the studies showing that they're the ones that your country has targeted? Well, if you won't do that, just shut the fuck up forever about what we need to do about AOC or anybody else for that matter. I mean, if you're going to be a hypocrite, it's one thing to be a hypocrite. Don't be a big-ass hypocrite. You know? That's all I'm saying. Don't be a huge, gaping hypocrite. Be a hypocrite. I get that. Don't be a big, bumbling fool hypocrite. Because that's how the shit comes off, fake progressives. That's how it comes off. It's cool to hold people accountable. But don't act like you only got one person to hold accountable. We got a whole lot of motherfuckers to hold accountable. And I'm sorry, I don't see why, I do not see where this, okay, look. Hey, man. I was a big Kobe fan, big Jordan fan, you know? Due to my hectic work schedule, I don't watch a lot of sports lately. So let me use MJ. You throw MJ the ball, you want him to close out the game, right? I get that. You throw MJ the ball, he closes out the game. There are times when a person like MJ could take over the game. Basketball is one of those sports where one player could take over the game. You could say, everybody else stand out the fucking way, give him the ball. 30 seconds on the clock, give him the ball. Or 24 seconds. 20 seconds on the clock, whatever, right? But Congress ain't a one-man game. You can't just give AOC the ball and she's going to score the winning bucket for you. And it ain't even that type of situation. And she has not demonstrated where she has MJ skills. Like, what has she done to prove she's MJ? I mean, to be righteously angry, if you gave a person the ball, they had to demonstrate at some point that they could actually do it. Like, you're angry at a person who has demonstrated the ability to win the big game, to hit the big shot. If they haven't demonstrated that, you look at the coach and go, why you give them the ball? Why you give them the ball? There's a fucking scrub. The scrub don't need the ball. Don't give them the ball. In fact, you'd be mad if you give a scrub the ball, because you know they have not demonstrated that they can handle the moment of criticism. So on the other side of this, are you quick to hate, quick to call up, and why are you defending? Why are you giving a scrub or, a scrub? Why are you giving someone who's unproven to know how to handle the rock to have their J all worked out? Why are you giving them the ball? Why you think they should have the ball, and what fucking makes you think they can hit the shot? If that's what you're looking for. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense. To me. Oh, you're just so angry, we gotta have something to be angry about. You're looking for shit to be angry about. Like crackheads who drop something in the rug. You're like in the rug looking for something to hit. Like, I gotta find it. Okay, fine. I get that. I got an idea. I know something you could be angry about. Be angry about me and my people. Not getting our 40 acres in the mill. Be angry about that. Be angry about black women dying at thrice the rate of white women giving birth in the first world country. Want to be angry about that? Yeah, that's a good thing. Get angry about that. Sisters, allies, let's get angry about that. Let's be angry about us being 13% of the population and half the homeless population. Want to be angry about that? No! 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 That's why I say it's hypocrisy. It's a pastime. Oh, come on, man, it's pastime. It's something to do. It's a release pressure valve. Let some of the steam out. That's all it is. It gives you someone to hate. It's Negan, baseball bat and Glenn in her head. Come on, that's all it is. Ha ha! Oh, Lord! Yeah, baby. Woo! Look out! That's all it is, guys. It's a cathartic release of pent-up aggression and frustration mixed together in a secret potion of fuck the squad. All your angst, all your anger, all your frustrations, round up in a nice, perfectly tight ball of fuck the fried squad. And all I'm saying is, we got all these. What are you doing? And when you say she's a phony, when you say she doesn't practice what she preaches, we say she doesn't fight for us. All I want to say to you is, you are what you eat. You are what you eat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, you are what you eat. Tastes good, don't it? You are her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You are her. Y'all come back now, you hear? We're going to go to break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Call in, y'all. Let's get cracking. Wolfpack.